I used to play cricket at first. I started off playing cricket with these guys, Kevin Cooper and Sunil Narang. And then my eldest brother, he used to play football in the yard, and I was fascinated when I see him play football. And then he always used to come and dribble me, and then from there on I just started to kick the ball. And then eventually I had a love for the game, so I just started to play football.
Well, Jamal came through from first form, right? He spent 5 years, then he did exams, he repeated, and then went on to sixth form. So he actually spent 8 years with us, right? So we have under 13, we have under 14, under 16. He came up right through the ranks, right? And when he was in fourth form, he made the championship division team. Well, that's the intercal team, right? From small he always liked football. Anything he could, anytime you see him doing anything, it's something with a ball. He always talking football. He knows the best player. He knows this. He knows this one. You always have me say you have not a quarrel, but he and somebody always have something to say about who's the better player here and who's the better player here. That sort of thing. So he always involved in the football, and also he was good academically. But you know, when you're growing up, how things will be sometimes, you're lazy when you're ready. So sometimes we lapse with the academics. But eventually he did what he was supposed to do. He got some first, and then he ended up getting some more to go into sixth form.
Well, my mom, we have a close bond, and she's the one who really started me into football as well. You know, when I wanted to play, because my dad joined me into cricket, and she's the one who took me out of cricket and pushed me into football. So every time, like, she's my biggest fan, to be honest. When I score, sometimes when I am home and she see the highlights on TV, she jumps for joy and she comes and hugs me. So it's always a great feeling to see that my mom is proud of me and what I'm doing, and I always try to make her proud while I play, because I know she's looking, and even when she's my biggest critic, because when I don't have a good game or I'm not scoring, she's like, why you not scoring? Why you didn't score this game, you know? So, you know, for me, or anyone, you don't want to let your mom down, so it always has its pros and cons in it as well. Well, to be honest, I personally had a lot of critics, you know, people who, because the type of player I am, I'm not one that, you know, people like, I'm not like the skillful or, you know, the big dribbler. So, you know, growing up, a lot of people doubted my abilities in school, at club level, even when I went to Germany, and I use that as motivation to try and prove them wrong, because at the end of the day, I believe in myself, and my family believes in me, and I believe in God, and I believe that I am here to score goals and play football and to do the best that I can. And I use this as a motivation to help me achieve what I can achieve. You know, but it's just part of life. You know, everyone won't be for you. Everyone won't say, well, he's going to make it. You know, you need this because it's all part of it as well.
I've known Jamal Gay since around 2004, 2005, and in the capacity of his school counselor, where it's not because something was really wrong that I would have known him, but rather that most of the students at the school at El Dorado I would have worked with. With respect to Jamal, I got to know him a bit more intimately as I took up the role of counselor for the football team at El Dorado East Secondary School, formerly El Dorado Senior Comprehensive. So that's where I became inspired, I must say, by Jamal Gay, because I saw him, you know, grow up from a very young adolescent, very playful, what people might term to be restless, but I always say it's more like energetic and unengaged, or disengaged rather. And I felt a bit motivated to work with him because I saw the capacity, I saw the drive that he always had. He would always want to have to make some big contribution. He would always say, Miss, I just want to represent the country. Even at that very tender age, he knew what he wanted.
Well, all the hard work, one that we put down there, not only me, we also had a counselor in the school. She helped him a lot, in a sense, mentally, to deal with a lot of things. And seeing how she had worked with him, and seeing him now, I could really say we really did a good job with him. I feel I should put it, but I feel proud. The counselor, Miss KADISHA, she always tried to talk about team, and the team has to be mature and everybody has to try to interact. Right? I remember one instance we were going to the St. Anthony's, a practice game, St. Anthony's, and something happened to him actually. And before we came on, he said, "Fellas, look," and he decided he was talking to them and some of the same thing she was trying to teach him, and she was telling him about it. So he took in that, and he was always a team man. Right? If any other discover, he would first want to come and say, "Fellas, look, this is our goal. We're going to do so and so and so." So he was always there. I had to give him that.
Well, after coming back from Germany and I kind of stopped playing football for a little while, I really wanted to get back in the game, so I wanted to get the right team, and I used to come and watch Caledonia AIA in the Pro League last season when they came second. And well, one of my best friends, Daniel Cyrus, always used to encourage me to come to Caledonia and train because, you know, he said the training is always good, and he told me about Jerry, and he said Jamal Shabazz is very influential, he can help improve the game. So I listened to him, and then I took his advice, and then from there on I came to Caledonia, and my career has improved and has elevated thus far.
I think Jamal Gay is a very good striker. You know, he brings something different with his physical presence. You know, he still have a lot to learn because he's young. But me and Jamal have a good relationship because we play with the national team together in the Digital Cup. So it's about just understanding each other. You know, both of us is centre forward, so it might have at times where the little selfishness will come in. It's just about talking it out and understanding each other.
I'd also want to include that Jamal Gay, people might think that he was the ideal student. I don't think he was the ideal student, and he would laugh and you say, "Oh yeah, miss, you know, that's true." Jamal had his challenges, which I will not get into too much details with, but at the same time, what I liked about him is that he admitted when he did wrong. He listened to people. He knew exactly where he wanted to go, so it was as though he took charge of himself from a very tender age again. And for me, I think within the school system, he was not challenged sufficiently. So sometimes he would be called to the office because he's engaged doing something, you know, the typical teenager, probably not in class, disrupting the class and so on. And I always said, that's really the traits of the athlete. We have to keep them engaged and so they don't get too restless. You know, so that's much of what I saw in Jamal from a very early age. And again, seeing the transformation from that, channeling the energies to his sport. So much so that he became a leader in the school sports team, the football team. When I would meet with the boys, you know, he would take lead and he would come back, even though if he wasn't part of that particular group, he would come back to give them incentive, you know, to tell them the importance of teamwork and being disciplined. So it showed that he had grown tremendously.
My job to score goals, so every time I'm on the pitch, I always strive to score goals for my team and for my country.
When he was in lower 6, he made the national under 20 team, and I think when he was still in school, he got picked for the national senior team, right? And with that now, he got more confident in himself. The last time I saw him, he was looking really fit, and you know, how should put it, boy? Attitude looked well. He didn't know air about him. And when he comes and he talks to some of the boys sometimes and have a nice conversation with them.
Basically, in our community, there's a lot of competitions, whether it be 7-a-side, hockey post, or small goal competition. You know, these people organize, with the bigger heads in the community, organize these tournaments to get all the youths involved. Basically, I want to try and do this sometime in the future when I know I establish myself a little more. Through tournaments in my community and try to help out the kids because they have a dream, just like how I had a dream when I was their age. So it's good that these people doing this stuff to elevate the community and make the community a better place. in anything you do, whether it's football, running, basketball, work hard and give your best, because at the end of the day, this is our living here. Football is our life. It's a privilege to play football, because all around the world you see people fighting and dying for the game. So I just want to tell these youths out there, just if you're coming into the game, just give your best, give your all, and try to make something out of it. Whether you go into coaching, whether scholarship, whether professional football. But at the end of the day, once you start playing football, try to make it part of your life. In other words, make a bond with it, so that you could always reach somewhere and achieve something in life.